So it's Christmas Day as I record this, and I'm spending my time outside the United States, and it's for a particular reason, or two, or three. But one of the reasons why I want to just space away from the life that I currently live in my hometown is because I just need time to space away. And I think everybody needs this. It's been a hell of a year. It's been a hell of a time. Things just only have gotten worse, and you just want to space away from it. And there are a couple of ways that people get their quote unquote fix, or for lack of a better word, I'm just gonna say fix. People stay inside, have their time with the family, while others just don't want to do anything. I'm the latter. I decided to pack up my stuff and leave temporarily. Unfortunately, I do have to be back, of course, because I have a life to maintain. Me being out here long term isn't as uh, sustainable. But anyways, the first reason why I wanted to space away is because it's just busy in the U.S., right? Especially when you live in a huge city, like it could be SF, it could be Miami, New York. You know, all of these cities that comes with the hustle and bustle that it's just too much after a while, right? And this assumes that you're like with your own stuff, meaning that you're being active, you go into the gym, you go into work, you go into school, and perhaps social life and all these things, right? And it gets worse. It gets worse when you have a lot more things on your plate, like the toxicity that comes with certain family members. Maybe you have something going on that's not cool with your health, or with somebody's health that you know. Things start to get things start to escalate and just gets worse, and it just compiles onto the burden that somebody has to hold. And of course, after a while, it starts to become unbearable. And fortunately for me, the only thing that I have to deal with is just making sure that I'm straight throughout the entire month. What that means is keeping up with my health, keeping up with my paychecks, right, and my education, because I continue to study even though I got my degrees and my job. To my point, after a while, it just gets too much. Sometimes you just want to space away. Uh, of course, it's the 25th. It's a time to be with family. It's a time to be with those friends. If we don't have family members that are, you know, good. But to my point, I decided to travel alone and space away. And for the most part, I don't feel bad. I don't feel lonely. I don't feel like a sense of regret for having came. It's more like I came to space away, to just not know anything about anybody, be in my own space. Because at home, I don't really live alone, because everything over there is kind of whack when it comes to home prices. And of course, renting prices are still pretty high and up to par with mortgages. That's besides the point. The main idea of me spacing out here in the country that I decided to travel to for this time of year, it's just to space away, be in my own room, be in my own space, be in my own, be my own guy, be my own man outside. Well, outside the world I live in. And what better way to test your abilities as a self-sufficient person than living by yourself in a different country, using a different language, and getting to know the ropes when you are out here. But yeah, it's pretty much the idea of why I decided to come out. It's not that often that I'm able to leave, and because I was able to, I left. And my main goal is just to space away. The second is to obviously develop myself as a person. I spent most of my time I'm not gonna lie to you, most of my time has just been exploring the map. I've been walking around. I've been seeing what the hell. I've been getting into activities such as paragliding, such as dances, like salsa, and there's this other genre called porro or cumbia, whatever. And I'm also been practicing Muay Thai, and these activities is reoccurring, and they're really energy draining. So when I'm back at the crib, and of course the crib is on the hill, you know, scaling this hill, climbing up the hill is pretty it's kind of a lot. And when I get home, I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna take a load off and just relax. And next thing I know, it's like 9 o'clock. Okay, whatever, I just go to bed. I don't care. Of course, there's the nightlife that I can enjoy. I kind of think I'm a bit past that, even though there are moments where I do want to go. I've just been lazy because, you know, I just don't have the energy to go out anymore. But anyways, yeah, even though I'm out here spacing away, I'm doing my own thing. I'm going grocery shopping. I'm cold approaching. I'm putting myself out there, getting myself into these scenarios where I have to, you know, collaborate and, you know, coexist with pretty much the locals, right? And it's been one hell of an experience. It's the novelty that I've been searching, and for the most part, it's pretty cool. It's not. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are moments where I'm like, I need my car, or I wish I was home because I'm just used to being in my room because I have my PC, the game, whatever. But over here, it's a different type of test that I'm going through. It's mainly just, hey man, you are a self-sufficient person in a different world. You have enrolled yourself in certain activities like Muay Thai, dancing, paragliding, etc. And the idea here is to get yourself out there, grow as an individual, hone your skills in certain activities that I want to be better at, and of course just have that time that I needed to reflect on what I've done this year and to, of course, just be independent, right? And I kind of want to know about you guys. You know, what do you guys do to try to space away? Doesn't have to be any particular time of the year. Of course, there exists weekend trips that people take. Maybe you guys already have a sufficient space at home where that's your space and that's cool. More power to you. I'm kind of curious to understand, well, what do you guys have when you guys are out there? How do you guys space away? How do you guys deal with the idea of independence? How do you guys deal with the everyday life of you know, working 9 to 5, maintaining your health, maintaining relationships, whether it be with the family or friends, or even destroying certain relationships because of toxicity, etc. Let me know. And of course, the idea of my channel is pretty much to talk about finances. I have talked about stocks. I have talked about my experience in the stock market. I have talked about very specific stocks that I've held for a couple of years now. Recently, I've been talking about, I think ranting for the most part, but I do plan to share my experiences again with how the stock market ended in very green today. Of course, it's the holidays. People are very optimistic, but that's besides the point. I do want to talk about ongoing political controversies. The thing that comes to mind right now is the oil conflict that the U.S. is having with South America. I think that's pretty cool. But my main angle for that topic would be how does this impact the overall relationship between the role that China plays and the role that Russia plays, with trying to have Venezuela as the main thing that's keeping the U.S. from pretty much being the big dog, right? And the U.S. should be. But then again, I'm biased. Alright then, fellas. Later.